one of the most hardcore groups of people in the country right now are like the hardcore Trump supporters. So if you're one of the only rappers or the only musicians who are like representing that group of people, you're going to automatically gain this massive audience. So it seems like a genius marketing
plan. A little
bit,
because when I did it, those people didn't have the balls they have right now either. I was out here by myself with a few types of people around the world doing it. That crowd wasn't there yet. Once people are starting to see what, okay, he's doing it, I'm going to do it too. Or, you know what, he's going to say his opinion, I'm going to say my opinion too. It takes one person to jump straight out. You know what I mean? So when I jump straight out, then other people start being like, you know what, I get 10 DMs like, oh, you soft, you pussy, da-da-da-da. Then the third DM, hey, bro, I respect what you're doing. You know, my job would never let me do something like this, or, you know, my family or my wife thinks different. And then sooner or later, they're like, that same person a year later is like, man, I'm putting a Trump flag on my car. I don't care what nobody says. You know, you got to open the door a little bit for people to get in. Trump is so busy doing Trump, he doesn't have time to this for the local person. That's what I try to say. People that come to my videos and stuff, these are local people. These are everyday Trumpers.
Why do you think these people are so bought into Trump? Why do people love Trump so much, do you think? Because it feels like he's the most loved and the most hated.
Definitely most loved, most hated. I feel like people love Trump because they feel deep down that he's super brutally honest. He has nothing to gain from somebody, so he just tell you exactly how he's a straight shooter. That's why I was so worried when I went to meet Trump, how that thing was gonna go.
You think he might have like roasted you or something, or be like, "Who the fuck's this tattooed up, crazy looking motherfucker?"
Yeah, like you just didn't know what it was gonna be because I done put in a lot of work, I done took a lot of risks, I done spent a lot of money. Even though I might have made some money, I spent a lot of money. Like I probably spent my truck alone's 100 bands for Trump. You know what I mean? I probably spent $250,000 on Trump. These videos, Trump ain't paying for them. He's not paying for the studio time. He's not paying for, you know, me to get out here and push my hats and push my stuff. He's not paying for that. So when I went to meet Trump for the first time, actually, like he done tweeted some stuff and showed some love through the campaign. Like Trump just sent me a personalized letter a couple months ago thanking me again for everything I did for him, which is crazy. And my boy Stoney, who's here right now with me, when I went to meet Trump, he was with me, and it was Stoney's birthday. And I remember, like, Secret Service, they're real big on, like, you know, they think they run the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're in charge. So I had this little photo book, you know what I'm saying, of, like, everything that I did for Trump, you know, the trucks, the billboards, all the, you know, the tattoo on my leg, you know what I'm saying, all a bunch of stuff in there. And they were like, you can't bring that in there when you talk to Trump. I'm like, why? They're like, can't even give him your pen to sign something because you could poison the pen. You know, they're very serious around Trump. I mean, you know, President of the United States at the time.
What was the event you met him at?
So it was at a Sarasota rally, and I helped with a lot. They had put my truck inside. So even like right now, when Trump has a rally, I call their campaign managers, and they say, Blow, okay, cool, I got my seat in the front. They got my truck in there the night before. Like, Trump shows a lot of love to me. He doesn't have to do that, but it's like, lets the people know that I rock with Blow.
Yeah. I know he had some sort of a fundraiser in Bel Air, like when he was still president, and I remember he was going to land his helicopter on the golf course, but they wouldn't let him because they were afraid somebody was going to like shoot a rocket launcher at it or something. So they actually had to drive him all the way from fucking Tampa to the golf course, and it was at the Pelican. And I know a guy who's a member of that, and he went to it, and he said it was like he was charging something crazy, like $50,000 for a handshake.
Well, hey, if you could get it, get it.
Yeah.
If you could get it, get it. And
but all these people were there paying for it, though.
If you could get it, get it. So, quick to what I was saying, so when I went in to meet Trump, as soon as I got in, bam, he knew what time it was. He appreciate all the work you did for me. You know what I mean? I said, I got a little book. I want you to sign some stuff, show you some stuff. And the people said, we already said you couldn't do that. And Trump looked at him and goes, where's the book at? So Stoney, who's over here in the cut, he was outside with the book waiting on me, right? And he came in, and he's a MAGA rapper, and he wasn't like, you know, it's my brother. He wasn't hating on me. Like, he wants to meet Trump, and I wasn't hating either. So when he came in, Trump saw him and said, I like that merchandise. I like that shirt. Where'd you get that shirt from? It said Trump, and it had the goat on it. And he goes, that's Blow's merch. So Trump said, get up here and take a picture with me ASAP in that shirt because I love that shirt. And then he said, y'all get Blow Forgiato's information. They call it Blow Forgiato. Get Forgiato's information, and I need you to send me these shirts. So the next day, over to Bedminster, I sent him some CDs, medallions, T-shirts, all my stuff. I sent him a big merch pack. Like I said, President Trump. I'm going to send him everything I got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I put some crazy stuff together. I sent him like 20 hats, all my merchandise. And then like 2 weeks later, I got a personalized letter back from him. You know what I mean? So if somebody's rocking with you, it's like, thanks for the merch, keep it moving. They're not going to say, yo, send that kid a letter.
Right.
At the end of the day, Trump sees, like, if you're a Republican and you out here doing your thing and you're a Trump supporter, that's amazing. But most of the people at that time were voting for Trump were already voting for Trump. The stuff they're sharing is going to Trump supporters already. Here's somebody like me, Bryson Gray, J360, Stoney Dubrow. Our followers are not voting for Trump. And we're red-pilling people with our music. I'm red-pilling people with my events.
What do you mean by that?
Making them Trump supporter, red pill. Get them on the red side. You know
Converting them to Trump?
Yeah, Republican, converting them. I mean, a lot of people, it's not
But it's
like,
not really Republican.
no, because I'll say that. So, like, well, a lot of people turn Republican that like Trump. But I was, like, on our rap, we only have someone to talk about, so we take shots at Democrats and this and that. But Democrats for Trump helped Trump in 2016 win the election. You know what I mean? If Trump wins in 2024, which he's going to win, Democrats are going to have a big part of it. Because the Democrats that voted for Joe Biden, they're not all going to switch over to Republican. They're just going to vote Republican. You know what I mean? That's what they're going to do. So 2016 had a lot to do with the Republican Party. I mean, the Democratic Party helping Trump win. But I'm just saying, so we do events. When people come out to our events, they're like, wow, this is cool. I mean, my camera crew, they're African-American, you know what I'm saying? They come out to the events. It's really, they're like, at first, they're looking like, okay, like, you know, this is starting to get crazy. You know, I'm doing rallies. My first rallies were like 200 people. Next thing you know, I'm throwing one in Miami, 20,000 people are there. So my team, everybody's like, oh, you know what I mean? This is getting crazy. And then they would come out there and people would say like, hey, what's up? They would say their name to them. They'd be like, how you remember my name? Well, I met you last week with Blow. Like, they realized that people genuinely cared about them, you know, and it was like a really good vibe. And they're all like, you know what I mean? It made them realize, man, ain't nobody ever gave me a hug and say they love me in 20 years. You know, that's crazy. I love this. I love this. I love being around this. I love seeing this. So sometimes you just got to get out there and be around firsthand and see, like, you know, the energy. Like, if I brought my Trump truck to a BLM rally, I guarantee as soon as I pull in, it's going down.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah.
Right? Which is cool, but it's going down. So when we're in D.C.
There's no more BLM rallies, are there?
I don't think so. But
No,
I'm
I
saying,
think
like,
it's
when
pretty
we're in D.C., people like me and Bryson Gray, when we're making this music for everybody, everybody's love it. And Tifa got us on their hit list, publicized hit lists. Like, you see Forgiato or Bryson Gray, you take them out. And we still in D.C. popping out. We ain't got no, imagine if I had a hit list of people. I'm riding around with my hit list. Like, I'm going to jail.
Crazy, man.
So it's like, we go through a lot. Not to mention, they say, oh, you're grifting. This is a grift, right? You guys are just making money off that red hat. And 2016, nobody was doing it. This is the place I could get a cosign from you that wasn't a grift. I was the only person doing it. There was not making no money. I wasn't getting no money. I wasn't getting book shows off it. And if Trump would have lost, like they say he did, why did we stop if it's just about a grift?